Hi guys, this is Jamie from System22 and GreatWebDesign.com. Welcome to this video. In this video we're going to continue with our Divi theme. We're going to add a third menu bar to our site here. We're going to just use a full width menu and add a sticky menu just below here. So let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is go to our dashboard, go to our page, and we'll do it on the front page here. And of course this menu that we're going to create, we want to add to all the pages of our site, so it's common. Now once we're here, let's go to add a full width section. Just move it up to the top there. And let's add a full width menu. Now if you haven't created a menu already, go to Appearance and Menus and create your menu for your where you want it to go. I've already created one here, menu 3. And let's give it a background color. It really doesn't matter what. I think I'll just make it blue. And we'll save and exit. And just take a quick look at that. And preview our changes. There it is. Okay, it's not exactly what we want there, but that's kind of what we want. So what we're going to do, see when I scroll it disappears up there. We don't want that. So we're going to make it sticky so it just stays there. But let's actually make it better looking first. Okay, so let's just change that text to a light color. And save that. Let's take a look. We're going to want to change the padding on that a little bit. There we go, that's the right color there. Spread these out a little bit though so they're more stretched across here. Let's inspect one of these. See, it's padding right, 22 pixels there. Let's give it a percentage. Let's try that way on different size screens. If we give it a percentage rather than a pix rate, it'll stay fairly constant. Let's try 15%. Nope, it's too far, it's bounced down a line. Let's try 10%. Yeah, that's a bit better, or even 12%. Let's take that down. Yeah, that's fine. Try one more. Yeah, that looks fine, that'll work. Let's try 13% then. Just copy this bit of code right here. I'm just going to pull it into a notepad. Just going to put it into a new notepad here. Don't need the display inline block, so we haven't changed that. And I do need to put a curly bracket closing that there. And I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to put it in the theme options in the Custom CSS. So we're in Divi, theme options, Custom CSS. Let's make a new heading. Which is forward slash star star forward slash is a general CSS heading term that sort of quotes it out. But if you need to find your CSS in a hurry, it's a good idea to give it a heading. So we'll call this menu 3. Okay, and then I'm going to paste that bit of code I just copied in there. Once I've done this and saved it, it should make that permanent. before I save it, if I go back here, if I refresh, you'll see these revert to how they were just now. There, which is a little, I mean, I could move the whole thing over, but we'll continue with this. But if I go back to the new CSS we've just put in here and save our changes, now if we go back and refresh, those should go back to how we wanted them with that 13% padding. There we have it. Okay, so that's looking a bit more like it, but still we've got a problem. Let's just close this inspector here. We don't want it to disappear like that. We want it to stay exactly where it is when the page scrolls. So we need to add some more custom CSS to it. And it's pretty easy to do, actually. I'll show you. If we go back to our page edit, go into the full width menu, and this CSS we can actually write in the module itself here. So I'm on the advanced tab, custom CSS, and the main element, and we're going to give it some CSS. We're going to give it a fixed position, so that's position. Fixed, semicolon. Now we want it to come down from the top. I'm guessing, let's look at this page. That's got to be 250 odd pics. Well, yeah, probably. So I'll guess, but we can adjust it afterwards. So I'll say 250. So if I go top, 250 pics. This is the amount it'll be pushed down from the actual top of the window, top of the page. Right and left both want to be 0, so and the Z index, that also wants to be 99, I believe. And don't worry about copying this down unless you want to. It's always a good idea to type these things out. You'll remember them a little bit better. Because I'll put a PDF downloadable below this video, so you can download this code if you need to and use it for your own site. You're welcome to. Anyway, we've done that. Let's save that. Hopefully that should have made our third menu sticky there. Let's preview our changes. Yep. See, I've pushed it down a little bit too far, but when I scroll now, you should see that it stays, well, hopefully it'll stay where it is. So let's try it. Yeah. So that's what we want, but of course we got that gap there that we do not want. So that means my top 230 was a little bit too much. So let's just adjust that. 250. 240. For those of you that haven't seen this before, I'm just using the inspector. All you do is, this is Google Chrome browser. It's great for this sort of thing. Just right click and hit inspect, or hit F12, and then just right click the element that you want to inspect and hit inspect again. It'll highlight the element for you and give you the CSS code on the right here. So 240 still too much. Let's go down 220. Nah, that's 235. Try 235. Still a little too much. Unless you want to have a little white line there, it might suit your style, but it doesn't suit mine on this particular site. So 230, I think that's going to do it. So 230. Let's go back to the CSS we just wrote and change it to 230. Where am I going? Advanced, custom CSS, there we are. 230, I believe we said. So let's save that. And update. and preview our changes yet again. So that's in the right position this time. Let's make sure it stays in the same position when we scroll here. Yep, that's fine. That's doing exactly what we want it to do there. So that's great. It's looking how we want it to look. It's doing what we want it to do. So that kind of wraps up this little video, but what I can tell you without even looking is when we view it on a mobile device, we're going to have to make some adjustments because it's not going to look right. But I will do that in the next video. I'll just show you. Let's have a look, hit that F12 inspector button again and then go down to the responsive view. Yeah, as you can see, it's stuck right down a little bit there. So we're going to have to adjust our padding from the top. I think unless we take it off completely and make it disappear like this one does up there, we'll have to make this one static as well so it stays there. That's probably the easiest solution, but we'll see. I'll do that in the next video. So anyway, that is how to make a third menu and make it sticky with your Divi theme. Of course, that CSS will work with any WordPress theme as well. So I hope that's been useful to you. Once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and Great Web Design. If you've enjoyed this, please subscribe to our channel. I'll see you in the next video.